just be quiet. Already we have lost our 15 minutes. Okay, so we will not go for the prayer because we have already lost the 15 minutes. We will directly start with the lecture. Open your chemistry notebooks. Yes, last benches. Be in the front. Shreyash, Ayush, come on the second bench. Come on the second bench. You two, come here on the first bench. Chala patkan uta. Take your notebook and quickly come. Sit here. Sit there. Okay. Now note down. Make a table. Name, symbol, relative charges, and mass in kilogram. Yes, here last benches, maintain silence. I will not repeat again. Don't sit there, sit here. Okay, so in the last period we had already learned regarding the subatomic particles. So before going for this, I would like to repeat what we had learned in the last period. In the last period we had learned about the subatomic particles. So what are subatomic particles? See, subatomic particles are the particles which are present in the atom. Right? So what are those particles? Those particles are electrons, then protons and neutrons. Right? So these are called as the subatomic particles. Electrons are those which are containing the negative charges. Protons are those which are containing the positive charges. And neutrons are those which are containing the neutral charges, or there is absolutely no charge present on them, right? They are called as the neutrons. So this is what we had learned in the last period about the subatomic particles. Okay, so today we are going to represent their symbol, their relative charges and their mass in kilogram. Do you remember last time I told you, I gave you one mass. The mass of an electron was 0.0005486. Right, and the mass of the proton was 0.000727. Right. So similarly, I give you the mass of neutron also. That particular mass was in a mass per unit. That was in a AMU. AMU का मतलब समझते हो ना? Atomic mass unit. Okay. Now today we are going to write the masses of electron, protons, and neutrons in terms of kilogram. Okay? So this is very, very important. You also need to understand the mass in a kilogram. Why? Because many a times in the MCQ, in the multiple choice questions, you can see that the mass of an electron, proton and neutrons in the option can be given in the form of a kilogram. Right? So in that case, we have to take care that we know the masses which are present in AMU, as well as we need to know the masses which are present in kilogram. Okay. So electrons, write down, symbol is represented by small e and negative charge. Small e and negative charge. Then protons, small p, and neutrons, small n. Protons, small p, and neutrons, small n. Okay. So this is the symbolic representation of an electron, proton and neutron. देखो इलेक्ट्रॉन को हम लोग कभी भी ऐसा नहीं लिखते कैपिटल E और माइनस. दिस इज अ रॉन्ग वे ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन, राइट? ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इलेक्ट्रॉन इज अ रिप्रेजेंटेड, get it? Electron is represented by a small e and above that small e raised to you will write negative charge. समझ में आ गया? So this is very very important. Then sometimes proton is also written as small p and raised to positive charge, right? Small p and raised to positive charge, and neutron is represented by the small n. Then let's come to the relative charges. The relative charges present in the electron is negative charge, in the proton is positive charge, and in the neutron is neutral. In the neutron is neutral. Okay. Now let's write down the masses in kilogram. Electron. The mass of an electron in kilogram is 9.10938 into 10 raised to minus 31. And for proton is 1.6726 into 10 raised to minus 27. And for neutron is 1.67493 into 10 raised to minus 27. Okay. So everyone will note down the masses in kilogram. Now you will ask me the question, sir, do we need to remember all these numbers? Because these are very huge numbers. Do we really need to remember this? Let me tell you, you don't need to remember, but you need to know that what are the masses of electron, proton and neutron. By heart करना नहीं है. इतना याद रखो, किसी भी नंबर को बाय हार्ट करना नहीं है केमिस्ट्री में, राइट? एक्सेप्ट द एटॉमिक नंबर्स एंड एटॉमिक मासेस. दिस आर द एक्सेप्शंस. रिमेंबर दिस. एटॉमिक नंबर और एटॉमिक मासेस, एवरीवन शुड नो द एटॉमिक नंबर एंड एटॉमिक मासेस. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट जो भी नंबर आएगा, यू डोंट नीड टू बाय हार्ट इट, बट यू नीड टू नो इट. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमने एवोगाड्रोस नंबर का देखा. What is Avogadro's number? 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 particles, right? So this is a very common number and you people need to know. Sharma, look in the front. So you people need to understand these numbers, right? Don't by heart it. If you go for a by hearting purpose, I'm telling you, when you open the textbook right from the first page till the last page, you will see that there are number of figures are there where you need to by heart it, right? बहुत सारे figures है वहां पे. किसी का इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास है, किसी का प्रोटॉन का, न्यूट्रॉन का, बहुत सारे ऐसे चार्जेस है जिसका मासेस होता है. So you don't need to by heart it, but you only need to know it. समझ में आ गया सबको? Okay. Now next point, discovery of electron. That day I had already given you the theory of this. Now I will explain you practically. So who discovered the electron? Electron was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. Electron was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. Now today the students who are new, they can note it down. Electron was discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. Then next point write down. He conducted the experiment on. He conducted the experiment on cathode ray discharge tube. Cathode ray discharge tube. Last two benches. Now I will not request you or neither I will tell you. I will straight away make you out of the class, or I have the other ways to make you quiet. So make sure that you are keeping silence. Yes, this boy. What is your name? Stand up. What is your name? Sit properly. Don't look here and there. Okay? So here what happened in this experiment, that day I told you that Sir J.J. Thomson took a cathode ray discharge tube, and in this tube he introduced the hydrogen gas, and this tube was sealed from both the sides, right? And what he did, he connected both the sides with a battery, right? देखो इसका मैं आपको diagrammatic representation बताता हूँ. See, this was a tube. Now in this tube, what he did, he connected the battery terminal and he filled this with the gas, right? And that was the H2 gas, right? And he connected both the sides with a terminal. Let's say that this is a negative terminal and this is a positive terminal, right? Now he wanted to understand that if I take a hydrogen gas, in that hydrogen gas there will be an hydrogen atom. बराबर है ना? हाइड्रोजन गैस के अंदर क्या होगा? हाइड्रोजन एटम होगा. तो अगर इसके ऊपर मैंने अगर कोई चार्ज पास किया या प्रेशर पास किया तो क्या होगा इसके ऊपर? सो व्हाट ही डिड, ही कंडक्टेड द एक्सपेरिमेंट बाय पासिंग अ नॉर्मल प्रेशर और बाय अप्लाइंग द नॉर्मल प्रेशर. So under the normal pressure and condition, he found out that there was absolutely nothing moving from a one place to other. यानी कि नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से कोई भी पार्टिकल पास नहीं हो रहा है या पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से भी कोई पार्टिकल आ नहीं रहा है. Are you understanding it? Right? So what happened now? The second condition, he reduced the pressure to 10 raised to minus 2 atmosphere. जब इसने प्रेशर को कम कर दिया तो इसको यहां पे दिखा कि थोड़ा थोड़ा सा पार्टिकल्स मूव हो रहे हैं फ्रॉम नेगेटिव टर्मिनल टुवर्ड्स द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स? देन अगेन ही reduced the pressure to 10 raised to minus 4 atm, that is atmospheric pressure. He found out that from a negative terminal there is a continuous flow of particles is going towards the positive charge. Are you understanding? Right? यानी कि नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से जब प्रेशर को रिड्यूस किया गया, ये फाउंड आउट हुआ कि बहुत नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं टुवर्ड्स द पॉजिटिव चार्ज. And from this he proved that there is a presence of a negative charge or a negative particle in the particular atom. Right? इससे उनको पता चला कि there is a something called as a electron which is present in the atom. Did you understand this? Okay. Now next point, write it down. Characteristics of cathode rays. Characteristics of cathode rays. Point number 1, cathode rays travel in a straight line. Cathode rays travel in a straight line. Right? So what he found out? He found out that the cathode rays which are getting emitted from the negative terminal, जो भी ये निकल रहा था negative terminal से particle, वो कैसे travel करते हैं? They are traveling in a straight line. Okay? Then point number 2, cathode rays had the mechanical properties. Cathode rays had the mechanical property. Now what is the meaning of a mechanical property? That means the cathode rays have an ability to move any particle. That is what is called as the mechanical property. Now let's say what he did in this. In this he placed a one wheel cap. Right? A wheel was introduced inside the tube. यानी कि ये ट्यूब के अंदर एक व्हील को डाला गया और फिर इसको चेक किया गया हाइड्रोजन गैस फिल करके कि जब भी पार्टिकल यहां से इमिट होगा तो व्हाट हैपेंड, इट यूज्ड टू पुश दिस व्हील अहेड। समझ में आ रहा है क्या? जब भी यहां से नेगेटिव पार्टिकल्स इमिट हुए तो उस पार्टिकल्स ने क्या किया, ये जो व्हील है ये व्हील को पुश किया। इट शोज दैट द कैथोड रेज हैव अ मैकेनिकल प्रॉपर्टी, राइट? दैट मीन्स इट हैज द एबिलिटी टू मूव द अदर पार्टिकल व्हिच कम्स इन इट्स व्हील। समझ में आ गया बच्चों? ओके, सेकेंड पॉइंट। थर्ड पॉइंट, कैथोड रेज have a particle nature. Cathode rays have a particle nature. Cathode rays have a particle nature, right? मतलब कैथोड रे का नेचर क्या है? पार्टिकल है। और वो ट्रैवल कैसा करता है? इट ट्रैवल्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ वेव, राइट? वेव पता है ना, ऐसे ऐसे। सी, दिस इज हाउ इट ट्रैवल्स, वन क्रेस्ट वन ट्रफ, वन क्रेस्ट वन ट्रफ, लाइक दिस। यू कैन नॉट सी दिस विथ योर आईज। तुम लोग अपने आंखों से नहीं देख सकते कि वो वेव करके जा रहा है, बट इट इज ट्रैवलिंग लाइक अ पार्टिकल इन अ वेव मोशन। आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस? ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट राइट डाउन। कैथोड रेज are negatively charged. Cathode rays are negatively charged. अभी ये कैसे प्रूव हो गया कि कैथोड रेज नेगेटिव ही है? पॉजिटिव क्यों नहीं हो सकते? बिकॉज इट वॉज मूविंग फ्रॉम अ नेगेटिव टर्मिनल, और नेगेटिव कहां पे जाएगा? हमेशा पॉजिटिव की तरफ जाएगा। So negative rays were coming out and they were going towards the positive terminal. So it showed that the cathode ray has the negatively charged property. समझ में आ गया? So this particular characteristics can be asked in the exam for 2 marks in your paper, right? That will be in the section B of your question paper. Okay? Next point write down. Cathode rays are attracted towards the electric field. Cathode rays are attracted towards the electric field, right? So here in this case, again one experiment was conducted to find out what is the effect of an electric field on this particular tube. बराबर है? same experimental setup है, everything is same, but here what he did in this case, he introduced the particular electric field, यानी कि इसके ऊपर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड रख दिया और उन्होंने वापस चेक किया कि जब भी यहां से पार्टिकल निकला तो it was found that this particular particles not only travel towards the positive terminal, but this particles also got deviated towards the positive terminal of the electric field. समझ में आ रहा है बच्चों? I will repeat once again. देखो, इन्होंने क्या किया ये एक्सपेरिमेंट को प्रूव करने के लिए कि what effect the electric field has on the cathode ray tube. Then he introduced the same experiment where the particles were moving from the negative terminal of this tube, right? And when the particles were moving, it was found that the particles were also attracted towards the positive terminal, but यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंट्रोड्यूस करने के वजह से जो नेगेटिव से पार्टिकल निकल रहे थे वो थोड़े पार्टिकल्स पॉजिटिव ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड वेयर ऑल्सो अट्रैक्टेड। इससे क्या प्रूव हो गया? इससे ये प्रूव हुआ कि देयर इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग अट्रैक्शन फॉर द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। किसका स्ट्रॉन्ग अट्रैक्शन है? इलेक्ट्रॉन का स्ट्रॉन्ग अट्रैक्शन है टुवर्ड्स द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। डिड यू ऑल अंडरस्टैंड दिस? ओके, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट। cathode rays also shows strong attraction towards magnet. Strong attraction towards magnet. Right? So again same experiment was conducted. Now here in this case what happened? In this case यहाँ पे magnet का एक north pole यहाँ पे रखा, एक south pole यहाँ पे रखा. Again they found out that when the particles were traveling, it was found out that these particles were slightly deviated towards the north side. Did you understand this? Okay, समझ में आ गया? J.J. Thomson का experiment बहुत easy है. Okay. Okay, next point. Discovery of proton. Discovery of proton. Proton was discovered by Goldstein. Proton was discovered by Goldstein. Right? In the year 1919. By Goldstein. In the year 1919. Yes, point number 2. He also conducted the similar experiment. He also conducted the similar experiment like J.J. Thomson. Right? उसने क्या किया? उसने भी सेम एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म किया जैसे J.J. थॉमसन ने किया था. But here in this case, he conducted the experiment with the help of a perforated cathode ray tube. Write down next point. But he conducted the experiment with the perforated cathode ray tube. Right? He took a perforated cathode ray tube. अभी इसका मीनिंग क्या है? Perforated cathode ray tube. This is very